Hello everyone, and welcome to me drawing a new profile picture and banner and talking about my new channel name. Which you might know because I don't know if I will have put it up after this video, before the video, I don't know. So this time around, at first, this was just going to be like a random, just like a sketch to see, kind of get a feel for something. But it did end up being the final picture, and honestly, I kind of like this face I started with. And I'm kind of upset I changed it a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. But the reason this is a little blurry is because it's a zoom in of a bigger sketch page. As you can see, like 2 other drawings off to the side. An eyeball, a classic, and then a clown drawing. My heat just turned off, so that sounded different. And then I've been trying different coloring methods that I've been seeing like on Pinterest and TikTok and things like that. I don't use TikTok, but there are TikToks on there. Anyway. So I just decided to go with a profile this time, keep the lemon motif, that kind of thing, and here in a second I will write the new channel name, and, never mind, I'm doing lighting, signature, and, there it is. We've decided to go with Lemon Folly. I've decided to keep the motif of the lemon because it does actually kind of have a very small story behind it. Sorry about the flashing here. And then Folly, I kind of took from, I wanted something that was kind of homey, silly, that kind of thing, and I got it from Over the Garden Wall, which is one of my favorite cartoons from the episode called, I literally have it right there, Schooltown Follies. And obviously I looked it up to make sure it wasn't something crazy or whatever. But here we go on the banner. But yeah, you saw me like put that one on a different canvas. So the banner I'm actually super duper happy with because the last time I drew a banner I had absolutely no idea what to do with. But here we have a villager, a Luma from Mario Galaxy, and my dog Stanley. Precious, he's asleep in the other room right now. But I'm just so excited to start this new journey, but also not quite a new journey. This year I'm like 90% sure I'm going to finally be moving, and if that happens, once I am adjusted to you know, finances and everything from moving, then I'm gonna be on videos like hotcakes, brother. But dang, this is going a little faster than I remember. But yeah, obviously I go for some Animal Crossing here. I kind of go with a little bit of classic, like more of a city folk vibe, just because that was my favorite game growing up. There was at one point where, as a child, our Wii just stopped working, and so we were really sad we couldn't play Animal Crossing anymore. And then years down the line, my older brothers bought us a new Wii, and I don't even know if it was brand new, but anyway, they bought us a Wii and Animal Crossing City Folk, and that was all we had for it. And we were so ecstatic. We were like, yes, this is our favorite game in the entire world. And so I'm kind of drawing myself here as like the size of a City Folk character and kind of the art style as well. But I was going to honor the short sleeves and the shorts, but it just wasn't working. So I did a little sweater and pants, something I would maybe wear in real life. Because I want the option to be short in the next game. Don't know if it's going to be a thing, but I would love that. Sorry, I just moved something with my blanket. It's a little warm in here. But here I go with the coloring and everything. Still kind of practice. See, these are all my clipping masks and everything like that for the grass. I was going to do it green grass. Heck, I even thought about doing it for different seasons. That just seemed too much. I was trying to do the pattern of dirt and grass just then with a brush, but it just wasn't working. And here I am kind of figuring out I already figured out the pattern for the tree as best I could. I really like how I did it here. I just used a leaf brush, which I also used in my monster house drawing. And then just do the petals in the middle, leaves, whichever you want to use. And there was also a promotional art for, I think it was for other City Folk. It's got to be either for City Folk or Wild World that I really got inspired by the color of at least the sky for, which is like my iPad background on the lock screen. But I definitely had a lot of fun. Like I really just went into this one like full ham, and I'm really glad I went with the direction that I did because I'm definitely super satisfied with this one. but it did take me some time. And again, with the dirt and stuff, I just ended up hand drawing all the dots and stuff, which I do miss the pattern in the dirt. I really hope with the next game they bring a little bit more of that texture back in. The thing I keep forgetting is that with the Switch, it's all like new engines and stuff like that, so they kind of had to start from scratch, or at least I think. I don't know. I haven't worked on games in a long time. I'm not 100% how it works. But anyway, talking about, I don't know. I guess I could talk about the channel name a little more. So keeping the lemon motif here. So the whole reason I even picked it in the first place, I think in the beginning it was partially just because I liked lemons, which I do. I still like lemons. They're not my favorite. But as a child, when I would go to restaurants with my family, which wasn't a lot, but you know, when we would go, my parents would get, or the adults would get lemon on their water. And I would always ask for the lemon from their water when they would order the drink. And this is what they told me. I'm not, you know, bear witness or whatever. I can't remember this memory, but they told me that there was one restaurant where we would go to a lot, and because I would always ask for lemons off of the cups to eat the lemons, there was a waitress person who recognized that I wanted lemons and brought a bowl of lemons to the table. Don't know how, like, my parents can skew things sometimes, but I mean, for the most part, that sounds about right. And then here's the color of the sky. I freaking love it. But yeah, there's where the lemon thing comes from. And then obviously from original, blue was just because that was my favorite color at the time. And then obviously a quirky spelling because, you know, you have to. But not anymore, baddies, not anymore. So here I am doing the leaves, which at first I didn't really like. So you'll see me kind of go back and edit them a little bit. And I also use a little bit of that leaf brush to kind of add some variation. And then I did that little sprout in the front, which kind of looks weird, but you know what, I'm here for it. And the hole doesn't quite look how I want. Took me a hot second to figure out what color I wanted that text to be. And then I do this method that I saw where you do the line art and then you make the line art either a multiply layer or just some type of layer. And then you color underneath of it. And then it just auto like does the color for you. So I just use that method for coloring me, Stanley, and the Luma. But yeah, it definitely took me a minute to figure out what I was going to do for a banner. I think I mostly did this on a whim. But honestly, it's been a little bit since I've drawn it, so, you know, bear with me. Should be reaching the end. Yeah, I was going to, here's the final products, but I was going to add a color filter on the end, there, but I was like, you know what, it's fine. I was even going to add some Violet, but it wasn't quite there. Okay, so this is a little more clear at the end, but you can, I use a texture brush on the dirt before I ever added the circles on, and I really like the way it looks, and I use a noise brush as well just to help add that texture. I like the way the water came out. Obviously I used that the reflective like brush, but I did go back and trace over like, over some of the water lines so that way they'd be more clear, because in the old games those are very prominent in the water. I do miss the old texture, but I also like the direction of slight realism, you know what I mean? It's a kind of a conflicting feeling. And then I just sort of randomly picked the Big Dipper. I think that one's the Big Dipper. In the sky, I think the Little Dipper has a shorter handle. I've seen them in real life, so it's very easy to tell the difference between them. But I think I picked that one because that's just the first constellation I ever saw and then noticed, which was sometime during the pandemic, maybe late high school, where I first saw it, and I was like, whoa, that's the first time I've ever seen a constellation. That's so cool. If you see the Big Dipper and then you're like, man, where's the Little Dipper? It's literally so tiny compared to it. But obviously it has to be in your area. But yeah, these are the finished product for my new channel name. I wanted it to be more warm, more cozy, kind of get a vibe of more inviting. And again, I'm just going to do what I can while I can. Again, if I move, we're kicking it into high gear. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had fun with this piece, and I really like how the banner turned out, and I'm so excited to swap it over. It's going to be so much better. And thanks again to anyone who stuck around so far. It's much appreciated. And I don't know if it'll be after this or before this, but I have a really long horses video I have to edit, so that's going to be fun. But thanks for watching. If you like art videos, I'll have more. They just won't be as common as gaming stuff. If you go back and look, I used to post strictly art. I would draw like 3 times a week. It was insane. But thanks again. And I hope to see you in the future. If not, thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.